This life's a bore. You might just get what you're asking for. I said before that I spoke the truth. I thank you for your paper trail. Proud. Time will reveal how the righteous wrong, how they conceal with a forked tongue. Cherish the words of a dying man. All that fools compromise themselves. Greener grass on other hills. Happiness is not a pill. With damages done, one should not grieve. The door hits your ass when you leave. Time will reveal how the righteous wrong, how they conceal.
Can you gauge it? Too low still? Bad? Okay. My voice will come in better, hopefully, when the song's over. I'm trying something new here. So I have to. Am I coming through? Am I just now coming through? So everything that I've said has just been a wash. It's just been a wash. Well, that's great. I try new technology and it fucks me over. Fucks me over, guys. Okay. Welcome, gentlemen, to the channel. And I just realized for the last 3 minutes I've been talking and none of you have been interacting. And I'm like, what the fuck, guys? What the fuck? I'm not some big fucking pussy. I'm talking truth. You don't call me Eli, like Eliing my ass off or anything. Jamie, I gotta try shit. I gotta try some shit that's new. I wanted to play some really good MGTOW kind of related music. I listen to a lot of heavy metal and hard rock, and it's a lot of good red pill themes in that. And I was trying to share some copyrighted material, and then it failed miserably. So maybe I should stick to what works. Anyway, welcome to the stream. With all that silence, you all stuck through it. I'm surprised. I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, but we all know that there's a Brussels sprout who's streaming at the moment, and I had to preemptively strike on it. If anybody's behind enemy lines, can you tell me if I've busted the cuck, if he's freaking out? Because if you haven't noticed, my image, my avatar now in the bottom right corner has a Cuckbusters logo that was designed by my good friend Jamie, the Purple Pill guy on YouTube. He's got the biggest Purple Pill channel on YouTube, guys. And I'm not trying to leech off his subs. I love him like a brother. Love him like a brother, man. Love him like a brother. NYC, I see what you put there in the chat. Eli's Valentine's Day video. Let's talk about that for a second. Let me ramble on for a second about that. Hey there, Neo. Again, I mentioned everybody that's been in the chat, so hello to all of you. I'm sorry you didn't hear me greet you all by name because I was trying to be all tech savvy, like a certain cuck who gets busted. And I failed. I mean, maybe I need a life coach when it comes to technology. Maybe I need a technology life coach. Yeah, if you want to see the design, the Cuckbusters design, it's on my logo. Jamie does have it on his Patreon, and Thoughtbusters on his Patreon account. Nemo, as I recently relayed in a stream, am getting a Cuckbusters coffee mug that will be here momentarily. And by momentarily, I mean on Saturday. Unfortunately, not in time for the big fight. I really wanted to drink from it on camera while I'm fighting the cuck. Hey there, Blue Ball Brandon. How you doing? Is a Sicily drunk yet? Because I know he's at your place. From our meeting at the Chicken Finger Diner at Raising Cane's. I'll give you a few minutes to answer, but I like how on Eli's Valentine's video, he's in the fucking the Safeway, and he's telling us that look at all these blue pill guys in here simping for their ladies, and then he goes and buys Dana flowers. The hypocrisy. It was stinky. Desperation is a stinky cologne, John. Charles F. Gray, good to see you. Sure, I can send the link. Cicely, I'll send you the link, and Rabbit, I will send you the link. We're gonna stream till about I'd say till about 9:30, 9:45. So this is a short stream, guys. So I gotta be ready for work in the morning. And this was basically just to piss somebody off. I don't know how well that will sit with the judges panel when fight night comes. Tomorrow. But yeah, this was just a preemptive strike. Yes, Jamie, you're right. The match has moved up to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The year of our Lord, my friends. The year of our Lord. And I'm drinking an old fashioned right now that I made to see.
I had
Oh, there's that BFP.
Big fucking pussy.
Hey there, Brandon.
What's up?
Are you all getting ready to destroy the MGTOW?
Yeah, we're drinking cheap liquor and watching Chuck Eli, aka Angry Eli.
Yeah. TFC showed me his bottle of New Jersey blended whiskey when we had dinner tonight. It was great.
It's a fine American spirit, Beard.
No, I'm drinking a fine American spirit. I've got an old fashioned made with Wild Turkey 101.
Well, home is where you make it, you know.
I have some.
You like to see homos naked? What?
Yeah.
Speaking of, we also have our 7-pound ball of fur in the chat. Hey, Rabbit, how are you doing?
All right. What's going on, gentlemen? Hey, I just wanted to say, hey, Sistily, if there's nothing else on, you know, I overheard you say that you're watching, you know, Cuck Eli's recap of his, you know, Valentine Day video, and I'm guessing he's probably speculating as to the outcome of tomorrow night. But I understand that you can get on Netflix and watch Creature of the Black Lagoon anytime you want.
Well, yeah, you don't have to look directly at Dana. You can actually go watch a feature presentation from Hollywood.
Well, he is live streaming a pre-game to the fight night. I'm sure you guys already know that.
Yeah. Well, and I think we all know how this is going to go. He's going to be like, well, I can debate Bearded Nemophilist on my worst day. You know, I mean, MGTOW Mindframe, I mean, he could kick my ass, you know, but yeah, I can only imagine what he's saying over there. What's that?
Oh, I got it from a family member.
Brandon just gave me some homemade moonshine. It's pretty
Oh,
good.
Nice. Yeah, right on.
That shine is good. I have some apple pie moonshine upstairs in the fridge.
Yeah, we're planning on drinking MGTOW to destruction. We're going to drink ourselves silly and destroy it. One drink at a time.
Well, good luck with that.
Charles, are you serious? That Eli says that I'm doing a low blow by streaming at the same time. that was the plan.
Yeah, of course he says that.
Is he actually triggered that I'm streaming right now and that I have 18 in the box?
I think he was triggered before he even went live. I mean, I listened to the intro to his show because you hadn't started up yet. And he was already 30 seconds into the show. He was already beaming out into the universe. You know, what a badass he is.
Well, he was asking me as a moderator to ban anything with the word cuck in it.
So
His skin's getting thinner.
Did you ban James G? He's a little upset.
Listen, I'm off duty tonight. I already told him I'm on vacation. I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah. Was he triggered that we met? And did he watch that video and be like, Dana, this guy, he's my moderator and he's meeting that bearded guy, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
I see Brian Richardson is stirring the pot as we speak, saying, I thought Assistally was live with the bearded right now.
Oh, that's great.
I might just lose my wrench tonight, folks. I don't know.
You're not going to lose it on the bearded show, man. This is wrench gate.
Is he mad because I called mine impromptu up to the minute live edition?
I don't know what I'll do if I lose my wrench on Eli's channel. I'd probably be pretty upset.
Yeah.
That's like royalty.
Are there still people bothering to troll Eli on his channel?
Yeah, they're messing with him a good bit.
They're all blocked though.
Well, no, No, he unblocked everybody, but he still has the slow stream mode on so that he can see what's being, so that he can review the comments before he lets them on.
James G said Dana's chastity belt is on the line for tomorrow's match.
Oh God.
Oh, that's okay. He can keep it. He can keep it.
I was gonna say.
It's sad though for her. I feel sad for Dana because in a different world, if she wasn't associated with Cuck Eli, she might be not considered, with such vitriol like Mindframe calls her Shamu.
I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit.
Stop simping. Jamie, that is a prize that I do not want. I wouldn't fuck Dana with a stolen dick. So
Who made this? My uncle. Oh, your uncle made this.
Oh, come on, Nemo. YOLO.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason.
Already? Really?
I only live once. I wouldn't want to be stuck with the child support.
Well, I mean, you already know in my discussions with Charles F. Gray that I've taken a couple walks down Candy Cane Lane, and the regret fades with time.
I love Candy Cane Lane. I walk down it all the time. I'm just not willing to walk down that one.
Right. Well, the thing is though, I think my standard for what borders on Candy Cane Lane may be a little different from Charles. But the thing is, a lot of those girls on Candy Cane Lane wear Spanx, so
yeah,
it's like when they, if you do go down Candy Cane Lane, don't be surprised if the Spanx come off and it's like a can of Tiger Tails, It's like, Jesus, I thought you were big in the bar.
Yeah, they
I don't know. My opinion is I don't care as long as they get little Nemo, the little bearded one downstairs off. It doesn't fucking matter.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
I don't want to be with someone that looks like she swallowed Pluto. But
I'm gonna call in Eli for a little bit. We'll be back.
Oh, you're fine. Are you actually
double agents?
Oh shit!
Sisterly and Brandon are double agents.
By the time they come back, I might be getting ready to end the stream. But you know what? I may go to 10 o'clock Eastern. I may just go to 10 because this is fun. Oh no, I'm not gonna push it. If I go to bed around 10:05 or 10:10, I should be good. I should be good.
But the thing is, it's not like they're gonna get any huge intel. I mean, when I saw that your stream was a little late coming on live, I went ahead and jumped on Coach Eli's just to catch the first minute of it, and he was already saying all kinds of silly shit, and like one of the things he said was that he mentioned that Asystole was going to visit Blue Ball Brandon or just Brandon, and that they were going to end MGTOW and all that, and he actually said that as far as Eli was concerned, Brandon was the most sane person in the manosphere. And I'm like, yeah, so is every other guy, who's living a TradCon life, because, well, as you well know, it's a shell game, and you can be as sane as Galileo, and that doesn't mean that the shell game isn't gonna fucking dump you curbside.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's these blue pill guys, that talk about how they got all of their fucking jacks in the bag and it's never going to happen to them. I'm like, do you hear yourself? I mean, do you think every other guy who's like homeless and contemplating suicide and post-divorce rape didn't think the same thing?
Yeah, like it's the same thing I thought when I got with my last the ex that I had recently gotten out with. Is she won't fuck me over like my ex-wife did. That's impossible. And I could just see the signs. And it just took her kid being fucked up to mine. And I was like, all right, I'll see ya. I'm gonna go over here where it's less crazy.
But you know what? I'll tell you what. I absolutely understand. The power of the testosterone, and because I was, tell me if you've heard this one before. But given my upbringing and my socialization, I absolutely understood that women could be the most destructive force in your life beyond war, dangerous animals, electricity, lightning, out of control vehicles. I was like, yeah, I'll put women right in that box because
Yeah.
I've seen them destroy so many men. It's not even funny. And yet I spent a good 30 years of my life, picking their locks, and doing what I could to prevent myself from getting damaged. That's why I've survived 2 divorces without having to pay out a dime beyond the lawyer's cost. I mean, I did my fucking homework. I mean, I think I may have been purple pill before I got out of high school, before there was a pill. I don't know exactly. All I know is I've wriggled off the hook in so many fucking breakups and 2 divorces without, I mean, naturally you got to pay some things. You got to pay for the lawyer. You got to do some shit. You might have to throw her a little money during the separation to keep her from trying to take the initiative, whatever. But yeah, that's all cost versus benefit analysis, right?
Exactly. That's called playing the long game, and you can play the long game.
Yeah, I'm really good at that shit.
That's all it is. It's mitigating damage. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I would say you were definitely purple pill before you went, monk. It's all about trying to save your own ass. And if you can save your own ass getting away, virtually unscathed, mind you. I mean, like you said, you're always gonna pay something. And we know that. The purple pill guys, we know that, but it's how much. So like I won't get married and I won't cohabitate and I won't be like, oh yeah, you can come on my bank account. Hey, let's buy a car together. Dude.
I played that dangerous game too, and it can be a hard one to freaking detangle once it gets stupid. But but until the what was their names? The would you cut my cock off brothers put out the Matrix. Those guys, I can't remember their name exactly. All I know is they used to be brothers.
The Wachowski brothers.
Yeah, but now they're the Wachowski sisters, so I call them would you cut my cock off sisters. But until the Matrix came out, I mean, we really didn't have a standard for it. Every man was on his own.
Yeah. And then when that came out, it kind of was like, oh, okay. No, that's kind of what this is like. All right, now it has some momentum, and let's think about what we can call this whole thing.
Yeah, well, what it did was it gave a lot of men early on the internet in the forums. It gave a lot of men a common context within which to define things like gynocentrism.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ran around just like every other guy. I mean, we would sit in bars and shoot pool and do whatever, and we'd spend the whole time going, I can't believe that fucking bitch actually had the balls to sit down on my couch in the house that I provide for her and tell me that she can do better than me.
Yeah.
8-ball corner pocket, but we did that for like 30 years. I mean, guys just talked individually and it was just like, it was as if none of us had common terms with which to, make our thoughts gel so that we could all say, holy shit, we're all in this together, I
want to read a couple comments from the chat.
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah. Pay attention to your chat. Shut me up, man.
No, you're fine.
I'll fucking go on all night if you don't shut me up.
Oh, I know, but I like your diatribes. You have good information that people need to hear, and that's what some people don't realize is that just because Rabbit's talking and he's saying a lot of things for a long time doesn't mean that you shouldn't fucking listen. It's still valuable information, sir. That MGTOW is the only way to live, my friend says. Eli's content has become garbage lately. Like I said, he was in the grocery store, like pointing out and laughing at guys simping for their girlfriends, buying him flowers, and what's he do? He goes and gets Dana a bouquet. The hypocrisy is real, gentlemen, and you all know that.
I think he was trying to top Mindframe's stream from a couple nights ago. He was like, "Oh well, if Mindframe can do it, I can do it. I'm gonna go ether some people at Safeway." Yeah,
but he did. Because he's too big of a fucking pussy. He's too big of a pussy to be like, hey, why are you simping? Guys, stop simping. I can coach you in life. I'm life coach Levi. I know what's best for you. I know what's best for you. I can't even be serious when I make fun of him. And then what does James G says Eli calling off the fight. I don't fight women. And then I'm just laughing because what then if he has internal struggles, does that mean he doesn't fight with himself? Because he's one of the biggest women I've met, and I've met a lot of whiny women. Eli is like at the top of that heap. He's like at the top of that needle stack.
Well, you know, given his relationship history, at least if we can believe what he says, I'm guessing that he's spent an awful lot of time wrestling little Eli. So he's got a lot of experience wrestling.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, little Eli, this time I'm gonna win.
Okay, big Eli, let's go. Isn't that right, baby? That's right. Hey there, Brian Young. Benjamin Fenton Pierce, he's over at Eli's. Oh man, I honestly knew he was gonna go visit Brandon, but we were on Google Hangouts, and you know, we talk. Cicely and I talk pretty much every day, along with Jamie and Joe Budee, and he said he showed a picture of his Google Maps, and it was going straight through Loserville, Kentucky, and I didn't think he was going to go through town. And conveniently, the time he left the Pittsburgh area, and right about the time I got off work, he was actually in town, and he's getting all like, well, if you can't meet up or anything, you know, I understand. I can get on the interstate and go back down to BBB. I was like, oh, no, sir. We're going to take this opportunity. I mean, if you're willing to, you know, take a pit stop on your trip to see the old beard, you know, that's great. You know, I gave him a address kind of close to where I work. And, you know, we met at a gas station. I went in and got some smokes. And then we went to Raising Cane's, which is a chicken finger establishment. That's all they fucking make. And it's fucking delicious. It's fucking delicious. And I'll say this on the stream right now, gentlemen. This is how good of a dude Assistily 810 is. You know, I suggested there were a couple places we could go. You know, I wanted to give him a little experience of Loserville, and you know, something he couldn't get in Pittsburgh, right? And I gave him a couple options. Like, well, that's too expensive. You know, I don't have that kind of money to do that. But let's go to this Raising Cane's. He's like, oh, it doesn't matter where we go. You know, I've got you, buddy. And, you know, he paid for my meal. That's the kind of dude that Assistily 810 is. So if anybody has any reservations about the character of the man, because I know he's like me. He likes to stir the pot and that kind of thing, you know, to channel Charles a little bit. He's a great stand-up guy, and you know, we had a really good conversation. We actually talked, you know, about things other than YouTube, you know, because we're not big fucking losers that spend all day on YouTube trying to get 1,000 subscribers or anything. But it was really good. And you know, I was like, hey, do you care, you know, if I make a video and we show the face reveal? It's like, oh no, that's great. It was awesome. You know,
yeah, that was cool.
That's the power of this thing, is that you never know if you're going to get to meet somebody that you know, Cicely and I have been talking, you know, we've been kind of friendly with each other for God, probably since as long as Eli has been streaming. So, you know, it's a great thing. I didn't mean to cut you off, Rabbit. You can go ahead with your point. That's the whole story, though. It was really great meeting Assistily. He's a great guy. And I hope maybe he'll pass back through Loserville Monday. I think he's going home around the same time. I hope he leaves late. It'd be nice to see him again on his way back to the succubus, as it were.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was a cool video. Actually, I wish it had been a little longer. You know, it would have been cool to see you guys stuffing your faces and, you know, bullshitting in there. But yeah, what was funny is as tall as he is, you know, in his car, it brought up great memories, because have you ever seen the Datsun 2000, which predated the 240Z? They used to race them, but they're these little tiny two-place roadsters. And I think they used to call him the Fair Lady, but that name also transferred over to the 240Z when it first came out.
Yeah.
And my my father, when he was when he came back from Okinawa, he brought back both the Datsun, 2000 Fair Lady and one of the first, if not the first, 240Zs brought into the States. And the anyway, we did the Fair Lady's only like, it's only like 10 feet long and about 4 feet across, right? I mean, it's one of the smallest cars up to that point that had ever been made.
Mhm.
And my dad and I was just a kid then, but my dad's a, big dude. And we went pulling into the Naval Air Station there. And just as we're pulling into the exchange, his XO, who was basically his peer, because my father was the operations officer, and the XO is walking up, and he as we're getting out of the car, he looks at my dad and he says, "What's the matter, Earl? Couldn't get one in your size?" Dad was just like, "Fuck you," But yeah, my dad looked ridiculous in that car. I mean, it's like when he sat in that Roadster, you could see like the rail came up to about halfway up his rib cage. I mean, his head, almost his entire head was above the windshield.
He does. Children put.
Oh, we got a Sistole back, I think.
Oh yeah. Hey, is that car you're talking about, Rabbit? Kind of like the one that God, what's his name? Chris McCandless had, like from Into the Wild, like that really kind of small Datsun. It almost looks like a hatchback almost.
I don't know. Let me. What I could do is I could probably just get an image of one and throw it in the.
Oh, if you're down here, we can get on.
Yeah, might as well.
Throw it in the hangout window for you.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say, but
here's one that was exactly like his. But they're a great little car. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend them for anyone other than maybe a girl under 5'2". 5'2"
Yeah.
or below.
Yeah, like I swear when I pulled into the gas station and I saw this,
No,
I saw
we gotta
this.
get the
Man,
dishwasher too.
they're drunk,
hey,
but I saw.
Hey,
I
Beard,
saw
I'm
that
sorry,
man.
man. We were going to join, but the dishwasher just malfunctioned. We're going to have to go take care of it.
Oh, you're fine. Go take care of that shit. But I saw.
I'm not sure I want to know how they plan to do that.
I saw that Man Mountain standing by this little fucking car, and I'm like, really?
Right?
I can't believe you're driving that thing. Did you throw it in the hangout window? I haven't seen it.
Not yet. I'm working on it. I almost have it there.
Okay, that's fine.
Select a photo from your computer. Oh, hey, beware of a new scam out there. This morning, I don't know where these guys were. I'm gonna guess like Pakistan or something. But somebody called me at like 5 o'clock this morning, and I didn't answer, obviously, but I got a message, and maybe you've heard this one before, but the message was truncated. I mean, the whole beginning of the message was missing.
Mhm.
And all I got was, you are currently under investigation, but it was like a computer female voice, like Sandman et. And it was like, you're currently under investigation. We've tried for 6 months to reach you by all other means. But if you do not respond to this call, within the next 6 hours or 12 hours or whatever it was, we will be forwarding this case for prosecution in a and this was funny, in a local district court. It's like, is it local or is it district? And then it said, if you wish to address this matter, please contact the IRS, and it gave another number, not the one it was coming in on. And I'm like, number one, the IRS is not going to leave you a message saying call the IRS.
Yeah.
At a minimum, they're going to say Internal Revenue Service. Anyway, I mean, there was just so much wrong with it. So I called the guy back, and I was still wiping off the cobwebs and first cup of coffee. I call him back, and sure enough, he didn't even say, I mean, if I was actually calling the IRS or someone official, it would be like, good morning, thank you for calling the Internal Revenue Service, blah, 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 right?
Yep.
Yeah. But instead I get this, hello, this is Mike. How may I help you? And I'm like, go fuck yourself, you moron.
Let's see. MGTOW is the only way to ask how much does my favorite bottle of whiskey cost? Too much money. Like $40 US.
Let's see, is that in the chat yet? Oh no, there it is. Okay, I finally got that in the Hangout window. I forgot to hit enter.
Oh, okay. There it is. It popped up in my Hangouts.
Yeah.
Let me check. Oh, yeah, that's a little itty bitty thing.
Yeah, look at the size of the headlights and the handles, and that'll give you, and the mirrors, and that'll give you some idea of just how tiny this car really is.
Oh yeah, that thing is small. I couldn't
basically. I mean, they're beautiful little roadsters, but they look like someone took a smart car and shoved a shoe stretcher in them.
Yeah, it's kind of like it looks similar to like a Mazda Miata.
Yeah, just more square.
Yeah, more like a real vehicle.
Right.
I'm not a fan of rounded
right
of rounded cars. That's why
I thought you were going to say rounded women.
Oh no, I love rounded women. I love the curvy lady.
Well, I meant rounded like a ham planet. Like actually round.
No, they got to be curvy. But I do like the larger ladies. I'll admit, maybe it's because I like a year ago I weighed 300 pounds. So
right,
it's kind of like, well, that's what I'm used to, and to be honest, I really don't. If I am entertaining a member of the opposite sex, I don't want to grab the parts that are supposed to be nice and fleshy and just feel like a bone.
Well, yeah, and that's I mean, there is such a thing as being too skinny, because if both people are way too skinny, like 4% body fat, yeah, those pubic arches are gonna hurt like a motherfucker in the morning.
Exactly. Now, not a lot of guys are gonna like the kind of women that I like, but you gotta admit you don't want to fuck Skeletor all the way past Grayskull, right?
Yeah. Well, James G is keeping us up to speed on what's going on over at the Alpha Males channel.
He's like the most alpha of all the betas out there.
Yeah,
it's like being the smartest person with Down syndrome.
Well, it's like you walk into Safeway and you're like, all of you guys buying flowers and chocolates and cards and teddy bears. The difference between me and you is I know I shouldn't be doing this shit.
So I'm not dating these roses.
Yeah, but I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna buy all this shit anyway, just cause. I want to live till morning.
Bullets for trannies is in here.
Yeah, well, someone was saying that Naomi's dick is bigger than Eli's, and that's probably true.
Probably is. She said it herself. It's 7x6.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, it's funny. Some of the stuff that's being relayed over in the chat from the quips from over on Eli's stream are actually pretty humorous. But let's see here. Like, oh, I just lost it. See, I just pulled a Charles F. Gray. I was looking right at it, and it disappeared on me.
It went up.
Oh, here we go. Apparently, Eli said, you know what, Charles? Let me tell you something, man. I will destroy Bearded emotionally and mentally.
Oh, Lord. Lord.
So
Lord.
apparently, yeah, and again, apparently he also said, Purple and Bearded jerk off to cuck Eli.
Jamie told me.
Oh, Charles was saying he thinks Charles is saying he thinks it's a troll account. He says these quotes are not actually being said. Okay.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I wouldn't put it past him because Eli talks. Oh my God, Eli talks more shit than P.T. Barnum.
No shit. Like he talks a bunch of shit, and then you get on a stream with him. Dude, I love you, man. I love everybody. I don't disrespect you. I just want to help you.
Hey, let me explain something to you. You know, when I said you're a big fucking pussy and that you're probably TFL, I didn't mean any disrespect, man.
I did that out of love. I love you.
I'm trying to help you. Yeah. I'm trying to help you achieve anything you want, anything your heart desires, man. Especially if it's, you know, figuring out how to score a long-term relationship with a girl with SMV of 4 or lower.
Oh Lord. Sorry, I'm getting into this conversation here with Hefe about bourbon, which is
yeah, go ahead. Hey, you mind monologuing off your chat for a few minutes?
No.
Okay, all right. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna mute. I'll still listen though.
All right, you're fine. All right. Oh, we got 20 in the box. How many does Eli have? Anybody's behind enemy lines? Oh, Warrior. Real? How do you smoke Gorilla Glue? How do you smoke Gorilla Glue? And if you're high as fuck, good on you, brother. Good on you, brother. As long as you don't let that shit control your life. And Jack Mehoff, that is untrue. Bourbon is delicious, but cognac is also delicious. You know, past the Courvoisier and the Hennessy. You know, I love brandy and cognac. It is also good stuff, but I'm from the bluegrass. I'm from the bluegrass state, so I'm naturally going to have an affinity for Kentucky bourbon. And you know, even as MGTOW was the only way to live, my friends, Canadian whiskey. I do enjoy a good Crown Royal from time to time. I actually had this this one Canadian whiskey. What was it called? Jesus Christ. I have a bottle somewhere in the house. It was called Legacy. I believe it had a barn owl on the bottle, and it was quite delicious and smooth. That's the thing about. I'm going to monologue here a second about whiskey. The thing with Canadian whiskey is it's more in line with Irish whiskey. So if you've ever had Jameson's, I'm struggling to think of another Irish whiskey, my friends. But if you've had Jameson's, Canadian whiskey has a similar kind of taste to it. It's not like Kentucky bourbon where it's, you know, more oaky and it's got a lot of vanilla. I think, in my opinion, Kentucky bourbon has a lot more vanilla flavor with that oak. Tullamore Dew, DEW. That Jack Mehoff. That is a very good. Is that Irish whiskey? I don't know, but the last time I was over at my parents for Christmas time, we were having a celebration. I did have some of that, and it was quite delicious. But I'm guessing what I'm really trying to say here is that Canadian whiskey is a little more. It's a little more subdued, as it were, than bourbon. You know, bourbon's got that harsh edge to it, but. So Jack Mehoff just says in the chat, I only drink upper and top shelf Hennessy is nigga brandy. Okay. So if you're going for a very good top shelf brandy or cognac, Mr. Mehoff, Jack Mehoff, what would you be pulling off that top shelf? Would it be like a Remy Martin XO? And Warrior says Gorilla Glue is a strain of weed. if it was legal and I didn't have a job that could potentially give me random drug screens, I would be partaking on a daily basis. I would probably partake in that more than I partake in Kentucky bourbon. And in the case of right now, I finished my old fashioned and I'm polishing off that half gallon of Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey, which for a Tennessee whiskey is quite delicious. I'm not a Jack Daniel's guy, but the honey is delicious. I need to get a bottle of the Jim Beam honey and see how that compares. So Jack, you're saying Dom Benedictine, Grand Mariner, and Remy Blue. So that's a little more top shelf than I've seen. I'll probably have to look into that because I do love a good cognac and a good brandy. I know you're a top shelf drinker, Mr. Mehoff, but I've heard the Corbel brandy for a domestic is fairly good. Do you have any thoughts on that? And also that Kentucky is bourbon. Tennessee is whiskey, and Canada is whiskey. You can't really call yourself a bourbon unless you were here in the bluegrass state. And okay, Jamie, I'm glad you're going to come on soon because I really want to end the stream now, but I'm having too much fun. I've got 22 in the box right now. 22 in the box. No, 22 people are on this shit show, and that's more viewers than I've ever had, I think, except for maybe our the depression stream that Jamie and I did. If I can find the link, I'll link it. Otherwise, just go on my channel, and it's the Subterranean Lair stream. I think the title was, I guess that's just depression. No sense in fighting it now. That was a really good stream that Jamie and I did with the systole. And I thought it was a really good stream that could help a lot of men, which is what this whole thing is about, is helping men. Oh, I love the chat. Sorry guys that I haven't been keeping up. I've been kind of just talking about bourbon and shit. But Jack prefers the French, so you prefer the cognac, so you haven't really done the Corbel brandy. So yeah, Brian, I only want to end the stream because I'm gonna be emotionally dead. Eli is gonna fucking destroy me emotionally. Did you hear that? That's my thoughts. And Jack, Kentucky and Tennessee are not the same place. We are, directly above and below the other, but it's a completely different area.
Yo, what up?
What up, bro? What up, bro?
Not much, bro.
Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this shit tomorrow, Jamie?
Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Oh, we got CNC Music Factory over there. I'm drinking now to pregame because I know
Pre-game for tomorrow.
Pre-game for tomorrow. That's how bad. That's how bad.
You're gonna drink a little tonight, work all through tomorrow, then drink again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I'm gonna have to deal with that rooster. And
why the fuck can't I get the chat to work?
Wow, lots of challenge there, Nemo. Your
chat's not working.
You might as well just call in sick tomorrow and do an entire day of drinking. Go on a bender. You can take him.
The fucking monkey with a hammer is telling me the chat's not working.
Huh? Chat's working for me. Huh.
Yeah, it works fine for me, you big fucking pussy. You're probably worse than a systole.
Who's the monkey with the
hammer? God damn it.
Except the Sicily's behind enemy lines right now and not in here.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bobby.
That boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
I'm sure Eli I would guess that Eli's probably stroking Brandon's ego right now because apparently Brandon is the most sane man in the manosphere, even though he's got a broken dishwasher.
Yeah, I sell MGTOW and MGTOW accessories.
Yeah.
No, but in Eli's case, I sell land whales and land whale accessories.
Right.
Well, what are the accessories? The children?
Children, tacos,
Exactly.
anything to distract her from
Lard. Just tons of lard.
Yes. Oh man.
Baggage, emotional baggage from her past.
Yeah, of
Tons
course,
of
you know
accessories.
what's going to happen.
Who
though,
the hell?
is,
There were 8 likes in this. Oh, now there's 8 again. Never mind.
yeah, well, there should be 19 likes, and now there should be 20 likes. Damn it! Hit the like button.
Yeah, what
lazy-
the fuck?
Do I
Lazy
have any?
bastards.
Do I have any downvotes yet? Did
No,
Bullets, oh, Bullets for Trannies didn't downvote me when it was here.
Nah.
That fake sock puppet account that I'm sure isn't Coach Eli.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing that after, what you said about a minute ago, Eli's going to watch your stream and he's going to come up and say, well, I'm really sorry, man, that, like Bearded is so stressed out about this thing we're doing tomorrow night that he feels like he has to drink.
Yeah, and he doesn't realize it's not stress. It's just the fact that it's him. It's all him. He makes me want to drink.
These emotionally unstable men. I mean, my heart really goes out to him.
The funny thing is he's trying. He's trying.
I hate that fake sympathy bullshit that he does.
Oh yeah.
He insults you at the same time as like saying, "I feel bad for you."
It's a woman tactic. It's a backhanded compliment, and we all notice it. And he doesn't think we do, but we just like, okay, Eli, whatever. We accept your apology. Quote fingers.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I mean, the guy's, all you have to do is watch 1 or 2 of his videos, and it's pretty clear that his main tools are, passive aggression and projection, and denial.
Yeah, gaslighting. He does it all. He is like a little personal story. My little sister, who I live with, right, is I left a sink full of dishes last night because I was going to do them like today when I got home from work. And she gets home from work right about the time that I'm getting ready to leave, right? That kind of thing. And here's the thing is that
here's the thing. Okay.
when she got home, we were talking to each other and she comes in the kitchen, that kind of thing. And she throws her backpack down, right? And starts cleaning dishes, like really passive aggressive in that. And here's the thing
here's the thing about that
is that she does this passive aggressive thing sometimes where if I didn't do something that she expects me to do but doesn't tell me directly, because women are like that, and she starts doing it in this really dramatic kind of way, and instead of just saying, hey brother, why didn't you wash these dishes? You better wash these when you get home from work or we're gonna have problems. That's the same kind of tactic that Eli uses. But the difference between Eli and my sister is I still love my sister, and I pay her for the privilege of being.
Her excuse is that she has a vagina.
Exactly. Not that she has a hot pocket, or that she has a mini wiener that she wants to convert into a hot pocket, right? Yeah. And that kind of thing.
Yeah, you see. So Eli, as you can see, he's got a little winky dinky down there, and it's not quite a penis. It sort of resembles a penis, like that kind of thing.
No, it's like my friend the shaman has, and that kind of thing. The Candyman's here.
Can I just say that Charles' impressions are all because of me? Like I said it one time, and then everyone started following suit. I'm taking credit for that.
And as you should. Like everybody starts taking up my nicknames for people and starts running with them, and it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who called Eli's microphone Big John. I think it was a Sicily or Joe Buddy. Like, no, it was Nemo, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun to know that people are kind of like, raising the standard, the Jamie standard of what they do. Like, oh, he did a Charles F. Gray impression. He's carrying the purple pill flag.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, so were you at all curious, like, what the fuck? I mean, you went away after on Joe Buddy's stream the other night? You went to like sleep or something?
Oh, I did, but here's the thing, right? That kind of thing is that I actually kept the stream going, and while I was falling asleep in that, I kind of listened in, and I heard Eli talking about changing rules and wanting to give me, Charles F. Gray, some money. And I don't think that's fair, right? You promised it to the Purple Pill and not me, right?
Well, no. Here's what happened. He wasn't, to his credit, he wasn't, I believe squelching is the word. I don't think he was squelching or quelching, welching, whatever. That's squelching.
Dude, that's a $10 word. You got to Eli this down because he's going to watch this replay fervently.
I don't think he was chickening out of the fight, like he wasn't like changing the terms of the fight we have coming up right now. He was changing the terms of a fight that was planned, that he was thinking about doing with me next week. He's like you and me, we got to go head to head. Okay. Like it's got to be you and me, and we're going to fight. I'm like, all right. So I was like, okay, fine. Then he was like, but here's the thing. So I want you to give my winnings. Like if I win, I want you to give them to Charles F. Gray. And I was like, no. Because, like, first of all, look, we hadn't actually planned what anything was happening. Like, we didn't plan any of that, any of the rules of that fight at all. Mm-hmm. The only terms that were set were for the fight between you and Eli for him to come on the fucking show and fight with you. Like that was why the terms were crafted in the first place, that he would get part of the winnings and that would be his incentive to come on. And so that's why those were set up in the first place. But he assumed like, okay, these are just the rules now. But then he was like, I'm going to give you my winnings if I win, because I'm such a nice guy and I'm trying to like patch things up with you, and I'm trying to make amends with you or something. And this is my way of saying I'm sorry. Saying like, if I win the fight, you will get my winnings. That's basically what he was saying.
Hello? Nemo, can you hear me?
You are.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry, I lost Jamie there for about 15 seconds.
Okay. Was that JP? Did you hear me this whole time? JP. What the fuck's happening?
I don't know. Nemo.
Are you still on?
Yeah. You can hear me, right, Jamie?
God damn it. Okay.
Okay, he's back. Good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. Every once in a while, I guess I have to restart and go into my settings on Hangouts and reset what mic I'm using. I don't know. My computer is fucked up. So if you guys want to donate to my PayPal,
dude, this never happens on my channel.
Yeah, I need to build a desktop computer, and I have this really ancient laptop. So I'm gonna Charles F. Gray in that. I have this camera, right? And it's ancient.
I have this camera.
But instead of a camera, it's my laptop.
As you can see, I'm using this pine cone to record this footage right here, and kind of thing. As you can see, it's pretty good, I believe. It's better than the acorn I was using earlier. So why don't you tell me what you think of the quality and kind of thing? And I will continue to use this one. Maybe. Oh wait, hold on. I need to get better lighting over here.
It's only 640 by 480. It's only 640 by 480 kind of resolution and that kind of thing. So I was given these cameras,
but I believe it's pretty good.
Free is a good price.
I mean, the last camera I used was from 1994, kind of thing.
No, it was a Polaroid. It had like 1 megabit. It wasn't even a megapixel. at that point, folks, you know, and that kind of thing.
And it didn't actually go on the computer at the time. But so this is kind of new technology, is kind of funny kind of thing.
If my computer sucks this bad, I want to know how bad Charles is how old his computer setup is, because Charles is the most frugal person I've ever met. I bet he saves hot dog water and that kind of thing. Go ahead, Rabbit. Joe Buddy, before Rabbit.
Cool. We got Joe right on.
I was in the middle of explaining a story, but I don't know, like,
no, you weren't. You were done.
Or
you were
was
done.
it interrupted? Like, did it? Like, I don't know what part it like came out of. Like, I can't see the chat, so I can't see what anyone's saying. Either.
Hefe said great CFG impression. I don't know if he was talking about me and that kind of thing, or if he was talking about you.
It's probably me. It's probably me.
Probably, because you know I do a better Howie.
Yeah, you do.
You know, Howard. I mean, this is Dullard Hair. I'm Howie's twin brother, and you know, little Howie. He's always fully erect for MGTOW and MGTOW content that he produces for you on a daily basis. Anyway, Joe Buddy's here. You know, we like Joe Buddy. He's got a wrench, and my brother Howie's channel.
Can you ask them like what part of the story I was up to?
You know, I was until about 30 seconds ago.
I know you're a simp.
I know you're a simp.
I'm gonna record your simp.
I'm gonna record you simping. I know you're a simp.
Well, for those who are concerned about you know, the fact that Mindframe hasn't done any new videos on his MGTOW channel, Nemo was saying earlier that he had uploaded one to his hiking channel, and he did get back to me via email to let me know that he was in a really shitty service location. So he's hiking through Georgia and just doesn't have a good enough signal to stream.
Yeah, speaking of Mindframe, if you do catch this on a replay, we all enjoyed that stream where you were calling out the "Stop simping" and all that.
Tired of this shit
and you know, that kind of thing. So if you would kindly, you know, re-upload that to YouTube, you know, we would all be much appreciative in that, eh? But yeah, if you really want to know if JB's alive, make sure you subscribe to The Legend of Teardrop. It's his hiking channel. They're all each individual words, like teardrop's not one word. It's The Legend of Teardrop.
Okay, so you're saying it's the space legend space of space tier space drop.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm subscribed to it. I could probably pull it up on YouTube and think, but goddamn, I did do another video tonight. It is how to make an old fashioned, and it's only like 220 megs of 2 gigs uploaded. So, and this is also, you know, per se, how Nemo per se does an old fashioned cocktail. So if y'all want to know about man shit, about making a classic cocktail with bourbon and stapling papers like Joe Buddy, you can check out my channel.
Hold on. I gotta say something.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Hold on.
I know you're a simp.
All right, that's all I gotta say.
Quit simping. You should go to Eli's channel and get on and tell him that, because he bought roses for Dana. If you haven't seen that already, Joe.
Well, actually, Joe, what he did was he criticized a bunch of guys who were buying roses for their girlfriends and then bought roses for Dana.
Oh, that's true. Joe Buddy, I'm gonna give you this little insight from when Assistily and I were at dinner this afternoon.
Yeah.
Is since you are of the more you know Hispanic persuasion, we're gonna, instead of calling you Joe Buddy, we're gonna start calling you Jose Amigo.
Yeah. Well, there's just one problem with that. I don't speak Spanish, so and I voted for Trump, so I don't know.
That's fine. You're still, because of your complexion, you're now Jose Amigo.
Well, that's kind of racist of you.
Well,
Good grief,
I live in Kentucky, so
Yeah, well,
Racist-
it doesn't matter. Nemo, it doesn't matter. I mean, the immigration has affected the entire country from Maine to San Diego. And just keep one thing in mind that I learned in high school: if you challenge one bean, you're gonna have to fight the whole burrito.
this is true. And the thing is, I shouldn't have to press 1 for English. English should be good. Well,
you shouldn't
if you're
have
in
to
Ameri-
press 1 at all. Nemo, here's the thing: if you're somebody's customer and you call in, the answer they have, like let's say for instance you called Jack Daniels, right?
Yeah,
Because you are a customer. They should pick up the phone and some woman with a really sing-song voice should say, thank you, Nemo, for calling the Jack Daniels Corporation. Do you have a question about our products, or can I give you a blowjob? You shouldn't have to dial 1 or anything. They should just know who's calling.
Rabbit, you must have some interesting dreams.
Jesus Christ, go to the fucking site.
Well, not really though. I know when I was younger, like around the time I had to register for the selective service, I started getting this recurrent dream that I was in boot camp in a branch of the service that I would not have chosen. And at the end of the dream, it was always the same thing. I'd be screaming, I didn't sign up for this shit. I didn't sign up for this shit. So I went ahead and joined the military. And after 27 years in the military, I've stopped having that dream. So I'm pretty happy with that.
yeah. You talking about the military actually reminds me of something TFC and I were or Sicily rather, and I were talking about, and while we were eating our delicious chicken fingers, is that I wish I could go back and do it all over again and go into the military, because I'd be retired by now.
Is someone petting a tauntaun?
No, but I think little Joe, Joe Buddy is by the mic.
He is.
Oh wow!
He wants to say hi.
Oh cool.
Hey there, little Jose Amigo, chimichangas. Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
That's awesome, man.
That's the old fashioned / Tennessee whiskey talking. Don't go tell Eli that I'm a backstabber.
Boy, I'd hate to see what you would do to somebody who was black.
You should have seen him on Darius' stream the other day.
Like, hey Darius, you want some watermelon, motherfucker?
Oh jeez.
This is now going to be a Patreon only stream, so if you want to catch the replay, you got to donate at least $5.
Yeah. How to piss off everyone in MGTOW in 30 seconds.
Darius, I'm sorry, but Joe was talking about you, and I had to use the watermelon reference because that's the funny thing to say. And I'm Nemo. I'm funny. So.
Hey Nemo, did you hear the new Harlem? Did you hear the new Harlem cheerleading cheer?
No. What is it?
It goes something like "Watermelon Cadillac car. We're not as dumb as you think we is."
Oh, God. So Jamie, I've been catching up on your OK Cupid videos, and they are fucking hysterical. I've really been enjoying them, man.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
I gave a like to that one that you did today. That one was fucking funny as shit.
Yeah, well, that one girl was pretty cute, but man, what a train wreck. I mean, overused the makeup, drug friendly. It was like, well, that's just the one I watched today. I think it was done back in October.
Oh, it's not even drug.
No,
It's
at the point where you could be talking about any girl from like 20 to 30.
Oh yeah. They It's brutal. The well, and that blonde, is that the one that you did recently with the one with the what was her name? She was the one that said she was on a mission to pet every dog she meets.
I don't think that was recent. That was probably an old one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, anyway, one thing that cracks me up is when these women go on dating sites and they post all their pictures, that they're, and they're hanging out with their friends to show how popular they are, and their friends are 10 times hotter than they are,
Yeah.
because it's like, you want to message them, hey, what's your friend's phone number?
Oh, you're talking about the girl who had the short blonde hair?
Yeah, short
and
blonde hair.
She had the nice tits that I
Yeah, they
mentioned.
were nice, but her friends' boobs were just like, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, potato to potato.
Yeah. Well, I thought her friend was cuter too.
Yeah. I don't know. The fetish, if you didn't guess, was that like short hair on girls. So
Right. Oh, I thought the fetish was that you like women with slightly manly facial features.
Haha, no.
Or chicks with dicks. I thought we could watch it together.
Oh well,
Dog.
that's been established apparently.
You and Sam, you're gonna rub balls.
Yep, we're gonna shave each other's balls and then we're gonna rub them against each other.
I'm sure she gets laser hair removal on the distinguished gentleman sitting on 2 duffel bags.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I when I lived in New Orleans, I actually I knew a girl who her boyfriend was transitioning, and the way that worked was that sexually she preferred to be she preferred heterosexuality, but she didn't want to have to look at a man. So her boyfriend, he did the full thing with he did everything but the major surgery. He did all of the he was in the process of doing the surgeries that would make him look more female, and he had a freaking breast implants and all that shit.
Hold up. Did he do this because he wanted to or for her?
I don't really know. I mean, he was.
I would hope it's not for her.
He was an interesting guy. Yeah, he was an interesting guy. I don't know. I think he was one of those guys who like really embraced his own feminine side. I mean, like his favorite movie on the planet was the Rocky Horror Picture Show, etc. So, I don't think it was a big jump for him. It's just that, he wasn't going to get rid of the main tools in his shed.
Am I the only one who misses when men used to beat other men up who did things like that?
Oh, yeah. I would not beat up a man for doing that, but I do miss the day when you could actually meet up with some, instant asshole, just add alcohol and freaking knock his teeth out without winding up doing 2 years in jail. I mean, there used to be a time when the cops would be like, is this the guy who punched your lights out? Oh, and that's why he did it? Fuck, man, I'd have done the same thing, you stupid motherfucker. And then they just walk off, But no, nowadays everybody winds up in jail. They don't screw with it for 5 seconds. They don't even want to know why it happened. All they want to know is who was involved. And then they cuff them all up and shove them in the tank.
Yeah, I'm not much of a violence guy. I never really cared for that. I never initiated or really tried to get into any like physical fights.
Yeah.
But first you'd have to get mad. I don't think I've ever heard you mad.
Then you haven't been on some of these streams.
Oh yeah, he's gotten mad. I wouldn't say triggered, but I think he's gotten a little aggravated.
Joe, you're following along a similar line of logic that Eli was on the other night. You're saying that in order to have high T, you need to be able to get mad. That's what he was saying.
No, I'm saying in order to get into a
right,
fight,
baby?
don't you have to get mad?
It's actually better if
here's the problem is that I can actually get really mad. That's not the problem. The problem is, well, first of all, I was not trained to fight as a kid. There is nothing that kind of instigated that teaching in me. I didn't have older brothers. I didn't have a father that kind of instilled any of that in me. I mean, my dad's a Buddhist. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I
dad's
took
a
to it
Buddhist?
naturally.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I took to it naturally. You know, being raised in a Marine Corps family, I used to dig through all my dad's manuals and shit that he had in his library. And, you know, I had a good friend who actually, the way we met in first grade, we were having a clash over who was going to be on top of the jungle gym. And he won. You know, he won. You know, there was a little bit of pushing, and then he punched me right in the jaw, and I fell all the way down to the freaking sand pit. And then he came down and freaking offered me his hand. We shook hands. We were best friends until until I moved away in high school. But you know, the thing is, I've never picked fights either. I've done everything possible to defuse them, but I always would defend myself.
Well, yeah, I never learned any proper ways to defend myself, so I never just didn't have that kind of upbringing. So like when I was picked on, I didn't really know how to defend myself.
Right.
It's not like I wouldn't have if I knew.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't exactly. You know, the will to defend yourself comes naturally, but the train, the ability may not. It just depends. Like, you know, like if I found myself on the wrong side of JB, I don't think I'd be ready to defend myself from the kind of action that guy can bring. You know, despite whatever I may have been through in my life, I would not want to go. I would not want to piss that guy off. And you know, the thing is, like, and it's kind of funny. What happened is, you know, I went through that high testosterone phase. And me and my buddies used to, actually try out a lot of the moves that were in the Marine Corps self-defense manual. And, you know, we had, we all had like dummy rifles with bayonets on them and shit. And, used to practice with that stuff, and it could get a little out of hand. We'd cut each other up and shit and bruise each other. And my grandfather was visiting one time, and he came out and had a big talk with us. He was like, "You guys realize you can't use this stuff, any other way. I mean, these moves are designed to kill their opponents. You know, they were stuff like, monster throat punch and freaking neck twist throwdowns and shit." And I think my grandfather was afraid we actually were going to kill each other. But
good times.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, we were a bunch of little fucking monsters,
Yeah.
But and for that reason, I was only ever in one fight in elementary school, and it was kind of a nasty one because there was this girl, Joyce Manch, who was oh my God, was she cute? And I was simping for her pretty hard, and unfortunately, one of my good friends, Steve Powell, was also had an eye for her. And he challenged me one day after school. He came up and just started talking shit and started shoving me. And when I punched him, he pulled his head down. And so instead of hitting him where I expected to hit him, I hit him right in the mouth. And it broke 4 of his teeth, but they didn't come out because he had like the complex double braces. And it did like $2,000 worth of $1974 worth of damage to his mouth. And wow, did I catch hell for that? I felt bad for what happened too, but my parents actually made me pay that off over the course of like 4 years.
Wow.
So what lesson did you learn from that?
I learned that punching one of your classmates can cost you $2,000. But
which is why I don't get into fights.
Yeah, dude, I was like, God damn it! If only you hadn't had braces, I could have got off on 300 easy. But but no, I don't. I think what it was his overall bill was $2,000, but I had to pay what was then the insurance premium, which was something like $300. I don't know, man. It was like 1971, so I'm trying to remember it. But I know I mowed lawns and cleaned boat hulls for like an entire summer to pay for his teeth. And after that, I was just like, and it horrified me too when I saw what happened to him. I was like, shit, my grandfather's right. I'm never gonna do that.
So suppose some young kid came to you, Rabbit, who didn't know how to fight, and he was acting like a BFP. Would you mentor him in how to defend himself?
No, I'd try, sure.
All right.
But, the best way to defend yourself is to talk down your opponent. And why do fights break out? You say something that you think is funny and the other guy thinks you're being a smartass and he gets all freaked out and tries to punch you. These kind of things can be talked down. And that's what I learned, later on, was that, diplomacy is 9/10 of the argument.
Yeah, but when someone starts hitting you, then,
Well, that's different. Yeah, the thing is, if someone starts hitting on you, the first thing you want to do is break free and get yourself outside their reactionary gap. And, let them, typically for most people, the reactionary gap is about 6 feet. And if you can do that, the fight will probably end. 90% of the time, the fight will end.
Well,
Yeah.
anyways, I was just asking for a friend. I got a friend named Jamie who doesn't know how to fight.
Joe, the disembodied voice.
Jamie doesn't want to fight.
Joe is not manly enough to show his own face, but he wants to teach me how to fight. Okay.
I don't want to teach you how to fight. I'm not the guy who learned all the cool Marine moves who apparently can kill you.
Well, it's kind of funny that, and Mindframes talked about this too, somehow showing yourself on YouTube versus, just showing like a graphic design or landscapes or something has become the new measure of courage.
Yes, I guess.
It's like emotional courage, it's like, well, that guy's not going to try skiing that triple diamond run, but he's got tons of emotional courage. Wow, that guy will talk about anything.
I think for me, I didn't do it because I wanted to prove something. I think I did it because it's just better to be expressive through a visual medium, whereas like through your voice, things could be like kind of misinterpreted. Like I don't know how you mean something because I can't see your face or something like that.
Oh, well, Sandman's a perfect example of that. I mean, if he didn't write his script so clearly, if Sandman tried to just ad lib his scripts, he'd probably be one of the most confusing people on the internet.
Well, we've heard him before. I mean, he was interviewed by some various people.
Well, he was interviewed by Coltane and he was interviewed by Stardust.
And also Jerry Lou.
Oh, yeah, right. Jerry Lou, yep.
Yeah.
Now, I heard the Jerry Lou one, and it was really hard because he didn't sound anything like his videos.
Yeah, he didn't have the robotic masking on his voice.
Well, it's not masking. It's just like it's like produced, no mistakes. He took out all the mistakes in speaking. And he also, when he's reading off when you read off a script, you actually sound different because the way that you inflect words is different than when you're just speaking normally to people.
Yeah, but he uses filters to take out to take out the bass notes, which is why he sounds, the bass notes in his voice. I mean, he was talking about that, I think, on Stardust stream. He processes his voice. He doesn't want anybody recognizing his voice.
Wow, how interesting.
All right. Well, I mean, when I heard him I heard him on Jerry Lou, but before that I heard him on another one. I don't know who was interviewing him, but he sounded like he does in the video. It's just, you could tell, it wasn't scripted. So I don't know. Maybe like I just have a better ear for voices. Like I can tell who like a specific person is speaking more.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the whole, showing your face is manly, because there's a lot of guys who have shown or got doxxed and had bad things happen to them.
That's true. That's also when you say a lot of things that are controversial.
Yeah, well, I do.
That can happen.
And anybody in the manosphere does.
I mean, I don't, but whatever.
You say controversial stuff.
Not really. I mean, what's the most controversial thing I've said?
But don't you agree that that women are pretty much only good for one thing?
No.
No.
No. I mean, I can say that. I can say that.
Like,
I like misogynistic humor, but
right.
I mean that
Who doesn't? Who
yeah.
doesn't? Even
doesn't mean I'm going to say like, oh, women they're just fuck toys. They're not intelligent. They're just pieces of shit. I just like to blow me. Like, I mean, I don't think that's factually true. So
yeah, but it's not misogyny if it's fucking true. It's just like that one video you did from that one oddball vegan chick who said she's like good God, what is it? She's asexual, but she's looking for a partner.
Yeah.
It's like, I have no use for you if you're asexual, and I'm like, no shit.
I remember that. No, yeah, you're right. But that's the thing. Like when it comes to dating a girl, asexuality is like it's a deal breaker. There are some things that are just deal breakers when it comes to dating women.
Well, it's like this.
Did you message that girl?
I don't think so. No.
It would have been awesome. It would have been awesome to talk to her and say, "Hey, so how's this working out for you?"
Right. Well, and it's like what she should do is like under her description, the whole "what I'm looking for" thing or whatever. What she should say is, "I'm looking for a fellow asexual beta cuck provider."
Yeah.
Just a guy who doesn't want to have sex with me, but will still want to pay for everything.
Yeah, like what the hell is that? Like, what are you trying to date on a site looking for guys if you're asexual? Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Are you gonna meet a guy and he's like, "So, I'm looking forward to never having sex with you"?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I can think of one kind of guy that she might actually be able to score with, provided that she's an imaginative masturbator. Because there are some guys who just want to sit in the corner and spank the monkey while she jams inanimate objects inside herself.
Yeah, that shit's weird.
Yeah. Well, I prefer to be a participant in my life. I mean, to me, the people that particular fetish, I will never understand that one because it's like, okay, I'm just going to sit over here and you sit over there and we'll pretend that we actually like came into direct contact.
God, that's pathetic.
Yeah. Hey, Hefe Salcero just invented a whole new gynocentric term in the chat.
What?
Hypogamy.
Okay.
It's kind of like the hippo pill, I guess, but no, hippo pill would be a guy who likes land whales. I think hypogamy is when a land whale monkey branches on you.
Oh God, that's got to be the most violent act of nature I've ever imagined. Just imagine a whale monkey branching.
Yeah. Oh, I've had some girlfriends who tried to monkey branch and wound up falling right through the canopy all the way to the forest floor. It's like, what do you mean that guy didn't want to go steady after all? Yeah, that's so funny. Basically they ran into PUAs who promised them the world and then pump and dumped them. And meanwhile, they broke up with me, and I was like, oh. No, we're not getting back together. That's rule number one. Rule number one is you never go back to the same trough that poisoned you the first time.
True.
But a lot of guys do.
Sure.
They're desperate and they think they have a scarcity mindset, basically.
Well, and it's like, it's like
I noticed one guy.
Let me tell you something, baby.
Ex-wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it had. Well, that can be different because when you've been betrothed, that's hard for a man to get over. And if a woman comes back and says, and it depends on how many quote unquote mistakes she's made, but if it was just one slip up and he's got 10 years in it, I think he's more likely to forgive that one.
All right. Well, this guy had 10 years in it, but then for 5 years she was with this other guy and had a kid with him, and then he takes her back after he leaves her.
If a woman gave me 5 years, while she was off doing her so-called monkey branch thing or whatever, I mean, by the time she came back to say, "Look, I made a mistake. I want you back. I would be deep under the fuck. I would be under Polynesia in a secret underground lair, with sharks with laser beams on their freaking heads.
And she had another kid.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's a wave off. Yeah, that's a wave off.
Why are we discussing shit that's like obvious?
Yeah, I don't know. We
Guys do it,
discussed a
though.
whole lot of stuff that's obvious, Jamie.
It's boring. Let's talk about something that's like contentious, like something that we might disagree on.
Okay, Jamie, here, let me ask
Alright.
you this. When you were watching the second season of Battlestar Galactica,
All right, here
and
we go.
Starbuck finally got drunk enough to fuck Apollo, were you
Mhm.
jealous?
Jealous?
Yeah,
Well,
did you
isn't
feel
it-
a tinge of don't fuck that goofball, he's a loser?
No, the thing is, you root for Apollo, and so when he gets some, and here's the thing: like you project yourself into the character's shoes. Like if you're a
Right.
guy, you would pretend that you're Apollo if you like Starbuck. So you kind of
So
think,
you'd like close your eyes and get the Kleenex and okay.
well, I wouldn't say it's that extreme, but at least when you're watching the show, like a part of you is thinking, "Oh, this is great."
Yeah, I
What
get
you
you.
wanted
Okay,
to happen,
all right,
you know?
man. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought her relationship with Hilo was pretty cool, although he was, a Cylon.
Hilo?
Yeah, wasn't Hilo? Maybe I'm
No.
getting his name wrong.
No, you're talking about
Um,
God damn, what was his name?
when they came back to Caprica and it was all destroyed. And,
Yeah, basketball player or whatever.
yeah. What was his name?
Fuck.
I don't know. It's gonna bug me now. I could have sworn it was Hilo.
It was like Anders.
Oh, Anders. Okay. Jeez,
Yeah.
what show was I thinking of?
You're
Anyway,
thinking,
No,
you're
Hilo
thinking
is
Fuck Hour.
I was thinking of
No,
what?
we're actually thinking of Battlestar, but it was the guy who gets with Sharon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Whoops.
Yep.
Too many years ago.
Mhm.
Okay.
The Cuck Hour with starring Eli.
Well, you know what? I have an autograph photo of both Katie Sackhoff and Trisha Helfer in their first season outfits
That's cool.
that I scored at Comic-Con. Yeah.
You went to Comic-Con?
Yeah, believe it or not, I go all kinds of funny places. I like rockabilly festivals, Comic-Con, Star Trek conventions, and I'm not even big into that stuff. I just like to watch all the people who are into it,
I went to Comic-Con once and I hated it.
Well, it's very commercial, and it's
Just
full
really
of thoughts.
It's really crowded and big.
Yeah.
It's like too much. I don't like it.
Yeah, well, and it's okay. Cupid dressed funny.
So,
Yeah. What?
Hits is in the chat. My ass cheeks stay spread apart, I guess. Trim Hits is in the chat.
Trim Hits is such a fucking
Jamie,
potato.
you don't care about anybody's channel,
Yeah, Trim.
so you don't know what's going on in the chat, Jamie.
Nope, I don't.
Yeah, Trim. I
'Cause
saw Trim
I
Hits.
don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, Trim Hits hadn't actually gone full potato yet, but thanks for pointing that one out.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't really care. Trim Hits can say whatever he wants. Yeah, my
Oh,
ass
well,
cheeks
he's
stay
gone
spread apart,
now.
I guess. That's why.
What are they saying in the chat?
Well, they're not. Well, let's see. Jefe Celcero says, here in Arizona, I'm allergic to Bermuda grass and tree pollens from mesquite, palo verde, juniper, mulberry, and ash. Fun times begin next month. Man, that
Yeah.
sucks. He's allergic to almost everything that dominates our landscape. What a bummer.
Huh.
What a bum.
In Arizona, being allergic to all those plants would almost be like the same as being allergic to your right hand.
That would be really bad for Eli.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why he sharpened up his harpoon and went offshore.
He reminds me of did you guys ever see that South Park episode? Dolphin and whale?
Oh
Coming
God.
and well.
Nope.
Yeah, yeah, right. I don't know. I was so traumatized by the, chocolate salted balls episode that I can't remember anything else about South Park.
You
Suck
serious?
on my
that was a-
chocolate salted balls. Put them in your mouth. Put them in your mouth and suck them and suck them.
That is ancient.
Yeah, it is.
My favorite.
That's like
my
N-
favorite.
That's like N64 days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
that's old
favorite
school.
one. My favorite episode was the one where they go to Afghanistan to get that kid's goat back to him. And
Don't forget to bring your towel.
yeah, well, and then
God.
they wind up in the Al Qaeda caves, and they've all set up for dinner and stuff, and they're all standing around the table, and Osama bin Laden comes out and motions them to sit, and he's like, "Jihad, jihad."
Muhammad Jihad. I think that episode was called. Osama bin Laden has farty pants.
Yeah, something like
such a
that.
fucking-
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, my best friend in college. I went to Western Kentucky University. Go Hilltoppers. We were such big nerds that we could name every South Park episode from season 1 all the way up through. What was it? I think season 7 had started at that point.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You remember the first episode of that season is when they it was the repeat episode where they had redid the whole first episode, and Jeff Goldblum was in it, and there was Najix that was the taco that also that pooped ice cream.
Oh my God!
You know what? This is interesting, but I was just looking at the chat on my other browser, which I can see it on the other browser, but I can't see it on the browser that I'm actually chatting with you guys on. And James G said, Eli talked mad shit about Purple Pill, called you depressed and not open and honest. That's the reason you aren't rich and with a girl.
When did he say this, James?
I guess on his stream.
Well, Charles is.
Was this today?
I guess.
Well, yeah, he's streaming right now, but Charles was saying that that some of the stuff James G was quoting from over on Eli's stream apparently wasn't true. I don't know who James. I don't know where James is getting the information, but yeah, I don't know.
But it sounds like Eli.
Yeah, it does sound.
Oh, it sure does. I mean, Eli says that shit all the time. It comes as no surprise. Okay, so Charles is essentially trying to defuse it.
Hmm.
Which,
Well,
this sounds like Eli.
It sounds like Eli, and it sounds like something he would say. It sounds like something he has said before.
Oh yeah,
yeah. What's kind of ironic about all this is that I have more girls interested in me right now than I probably have in a long time, and Eli is dating a land whale. So,
hey, James G says he'll join in the hangout if you want.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing, is that I have more patrons than Eli does. I have 5 patrons, and Eli has what, a whopping 0.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you got some big ass patrons too, right?
Well, the thing is,
I got 2.
I think that the thing is, Eli is so jealous of us that he has to defame us in order to knock us down.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course, he's jealous that Dynamite Rabbit and Assistily 810 both donate $10 to me per month, and that should be mine.
You got WiseNiteOwl too, right?
I got WiseNiteOwl and Jamie and Joe Budee. Right. Basically, me, Jamie, and Joe Budee are each giving away $1 to the other.
We're stroking each other's dicks though, every month.
It's like, all right, here's $1, but you give it back to me. Here's $1, Joe.
Yeah.
You give it back.
So good.
It's hashtag.
You need to work up a graphic. You need to work up a graphic that shows that I'm donating to every month.
I should do that because the Triggergate 2018 is going to be just as strong as Wrenchgate 2018. Speaking of, I think James G's been in this chat the whole time. So James G, you're about to get a wrench, buddy.
Yeah, so
I'll give $2 to JB and $1 to Chris. So suck on that, Eli. I don't give you anything.
Suck on that,
withdrew
Eli.
my donation to Chris. Chris can't do because I can't. Okay.
Eli, but P in the beginning. Eli.
I would never subscribe or I'd never be a patron to Chris Cantu since I don't watch his videos, but I did it just to trigger Eli.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Hefe Salcero, you're bad. You're getting the buzz of Woodford Reserve. You're a big fucking pussy. You only have one glass, you big fucking pussy. You're a bigger fucking plate 10, who I met earlier today. That's how much big fucking pussy he is. He let me look under the hood of his 3-cylinder Mitsubishi car. He doesn't have a Honda Civic like me.
I thought Eli wasn't live streaming anymore.
Well, his live stream said
wasn't.
that this was a special exclusive live stream just to promote tomorrow night's, big fight.
Yeah, just like the last one was exclusive, just to announce that he was going to maybe consider doing Angry Eli again. It's all about scarcity. He's just like a woman. He's like, look, this pussy's scarce, brah. Come on in, brah. It's warm, brah.
Toss a teaser out there.
Or like toss a salad out there.
Anyways, I'm gonna stealthily advertise your live stream in Eli's chat and see if anyone leaves.
Well, I don't know.
That's a good idea.
Well, I guess you could just say it, but you can't put any links there.
No. I'm gonna say, now you've done the live stream twice, and I'm going back to Nemo's live stream.
That's good. Good. We got about 10 minutes left, guys. It's about 10 till 11. I'm going way longer than I thought I would, but I'm drunk, so here we go.
Oh.
No, I didn't lie. I did a couple impromptu streams, he says.
Uh-huh.
No, he lied. He lies all the time, motherfucker. He lies all the time.
He's reading what I'm typing at his show. He's so stupid.
Did he?
He just told everybody that Nemos has a live stream going right now.
Yeah.
All right, we have 15 in the box, guys. 15 in the box.
Well, and that's what I was kind of watching for Nemo to come up live and catching that first couple of minutes of Eli's talk with Charles. He was like, "Oh, it looks like the bearded Nemophilus just went live. Oh, that figures. It's like somehow when he's live, everyone he knows who might have subscribers in common is supposed to refrain from going live at the same time. Because after all, the guy has expectations of people that he doesn't express. And when they don't meet them, like he freaked out on Charles at one time. I mean, Charles is the one guy who might save Eli's bacon, despite Eli's best effort to get it fried. And, he went after Charles. He's like, I don't know why Charles would go live the same time I would. He knew I was going to be coming on, blah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I was going to tell you guys the rest of that story.
Sorry.
He told some major fuckery the other day, and I don't think you guys realize the full magnitude of what he did. Like, he contacted me because he wanted to patch things up, and he wanted to actually do business with me by hiring me to do graphics for him and to make t-shirt designs for his channel.
Yeah, I heard this shit.
And so I told him, like, okay, we can do this, but I think first you need to get your brand up to speed because you need to work on your Angry Eli shtick. You need to make that more the focus of your channel or whatever. And then after that, we could talk about merchandising and whatever.
We have Dildo Rabbit and Jamie on tonight.
Okay, is Blue Ball Brandon there?
Yeah, I don't know why Brandon insists on calling me Dildo Rabbit. Apparently, Brandon never got out of 5th grade.
Listen up, Rabbit. I know you lived on
Dildo Rabbit, that's funny.
I know you've done this
racist.
for 20 years and you've seen a couple of floaters in San Francisco Bay.
Hey, look, the two anonymous guys are fighting with each other.
I'm not fighting. I just,
Stop
I don't-
simping.
I don't
You know,
call
it's-
Brandon names.
No, I
What
know,
they
no, you're the mature one, but like it's so stupid. Like there's nothing to fight about here. You-
Guys go out on a
Neither-
ship. 100 men go to sea, and 50 couples come back.
I don't give a shit. Whatever the hell you just said, I don't care.
Jamie, we know you don't care. You love the gays.
Yeah, I love the gays so much.
Hey, Cicely was saying that you got laid by some hot women, though.
Okay.
I've been out of the loop in a while, so who have you been putting the pipe down to?
Your sister.
Nice.
Oh,
Thanks, Joe Buddy. I didn't even have to say that.
That was good. That's what she said.
Well,
Jodo Rabbit's been putting the pipe down to my gay brother, I guess.
yeah, and of course, Brandon knows exactly what his dishwasher was doing the whole time he was deployed.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Cleaning dishes, huh?
Sure, she was. Is that what she calls it? She calls it cleaning
Maytag
dishes,
was
but
out
it's
swapping,
probably cleaning rolling pins, if you know what I'm saying.
We know what you're saying.
Maytag was out swapping jet dry with Whirlpool.
Hey, is Eli
Wipe
still
them down.
alive right now? True question.
Eli, what?
Is Eli
What?
still alive right now?
Probably.
Of course he's alive. He has no job.
Yeah, he's
He
live.
has nothing better to do than be on YouTube 24/7. Well, what are these guys saying about me now, Dana? Look,
Hey.
Jamie, he said
You
this.
guys have the same.
Isn't that right, baby?
You guys have the same amount of viewers right now.
Hey, Bearded. You should meet us all in
Yes,
Nashville.
Brandon.
You should meet us all in Nashville this weekend, man.
Dude,
Why is
I've got
Brandon
shit
on the
going
fucking
on.
chat?
I don't know.
Because
Nobody
of Sicily. Sicily's at Blue Ball Brandon's place. And they're out drinking, out fucking, and out earning all of us here because we're BFPs.
They're going to destroy MGTOW this weekend.
Okay.
I'm not out to destroy anything. I'm just out to out drink, out fuck, out invest.
Out invest all of you guys. I'm here to out fuck, out drink, out invest all of you. 'Cause I got a dishwasher at home and she fucks good. She sucked my dick. It
Don't worry,
feels
Jamie.
good.
Jamie, we
I
all
love it. I love it. She swallows my cum, and I'm the only guy that she fucks. In fact, she never fucked any other guy ever before in her life. She was a virgin when I found her. It's
We
so
all you were
so good. I fucking love it. I love fucking my dishwasher. It's delicious. I love it.
Inaccurate. You're being inaccurate. You MGTOW guys, you're just trash. You're trash. This is Blue Ball Brandon, and I'm very mad. You guys are taking all the women because
You guys
because
have
won't
big
fuck
guys.
them, and
You're
that
doing
makes them
things
more
on the internet
attractive.
that I don't like, and I'm gonna stop you guys. You hear?
Jamie.
Shut up, you guys.
I can out.
Shut up.
I can out
saying
drink wine.
here,
I can
and
out
you
drink
gotta
wine
listen to me
coolers.
because
I
I'm married.
I can out fuck myself for you. And no, shut up. Just shut up. I'm the Blue Ball Brandon. I'm speaking. Listen here.
Hey.
You know, I can drink more Zimas. I can out masturbate all of you guys. And listen here. I put more quarters in the quarter machine and get more sticky hands
Watch
than you ever could in your entire life.
harder and faster than
Trash.
all of you guys.
Jamie, are you making any more money than $20 a day on t-shirts or what?
Jay, were you making anywhere? What's happening in your bank account? You gotta tell me everything.
So here's what's going on. Listen. I'm Blue Ball Brandon. And I went to Jamie's website.
Tell me
And
what
I
you're
ordered. No,
Jamie,
shut
tell
up.
me what
Just
you're
shut up.
making.
Fake Blue Ball Brandon's talking over me. I don't appreciate that.
What's your
in the
PayPal?
slightest.
The dishwasher.
I ordered
Your PayPal right now. I gotta know everything.
Yeah, these guys are about as lame as they come. I'm about to get off here, buddy.
Oh, it's so lame. You
I
guys are so
ordered-
lame talking about big cow things, and I'm over here having a great life.
You guys haven't got laid for about 20 years.
I haven't been
I
late
just-
ever.
I just invested in the shackle. It's a new
BFP.
currency. It's a new cryptocurrency.
Fucking in
Without
the
a
damn
green-
top
We
stairs
already
room.
know his
It's
name.
called
You
the
don't have to call him
shackle.
TFC anymore.
Yeah. Jamie's
Fucking
upstairs.
Ben.
He's
Fucking
jerking off
Benjamin.
outside of the damn parents' bedroom right
So-
now. You know
So
that?
Benjamin,
You know that,
Benjamin
guys?
Fitton's
I'm married to a dishwasher. She sucks my balls good.
Jamie, stop pulling your fucking sticker out, buddy.
Listen.
For one day. We all know. We all have an issue.
This is Blue Ball Brandon. I'm currently on this chat room and I'm stroking my penis furiously, all three centimeters of it, because this chat is just brilliant. And you guys, you're trash. You're MGTOW trash, but you get me hard. And it's
And
like
even if
Thimble
you're
down
not
there. It's
MGTOW,
real
but you're
hard.
associated with MGTOW, you gotta go down. I don't even know if you're MGTOW. I don't know what your ideology is. I don't know what your lifestyle is, but you gotta go down if you're even thinking about MGTOW.
Weird.
Yes.
Weird, it's me. Brandon said if you want to come to Nashville, he'll meet you and he'll beat you up.
Oh,
Same with you, Jamie.
so Brandon,
My side.
so Brandon's gonna undo my belt, get down on
No.
both knees, and beat
Oh,
my
my fucking
dick
side.
until it fucking erupts
He said
in his skinny ass face.
he
Don't
said
do
if
that
you
again.
Amy want to come to Nashville tomorrow, he'll take you 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm. All
And
five.
Brandon, I'm
We're gonna
okay,
verse.
You guys
But
can't.
if you're gonna double
all
fist it,
5-2 of him.
Huh?
We're gonna verse all 5-2 of Blue Ball Brandon.
if you're gonna double,
5-2. He's
if you're gonna double fist it and all of that, $20 is 22 digital camera in that, And here's the thing, Brandon, I'll be the most polite cum shot you ever.
beard.
I'll be the most polite cum shot you ever got in your face, eh? I'll ride the
Beard.
Zamboni right down the Hershey Highway and that
Beard.
right into Butt Plug Station. Okay.
Beard. He said if you take a 2-hour drive, you'll enjoy the drive, but you'll take a helicopter ride home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing. Blue Ball Brandon. That's like in all actuality and that kind of thing. It's a 3-hour drive in that. That's a. Yeah, here's the thing. That's 3 hours. Your math is way off.
I wouldn't even drive 3 hours out of my way.
Come to visit tomorrow. You can stay at my house for a night.
I wouldn't drive 3 hours out of my way to see a girl. Why the fuck would I go 3 hours out of my way to visit a blue-balled, married cuck living in fucking, I don't know, Virginia or wherever the fuck he lives, Tennessee.
The only redeeming thing in that, that kind of thing about Nashville, Tennessee, and that. That sort of thing. Okay.
Wait.
You all have a
dishwasher. I get to fuck your
You
dishwasher.
all have a Parthenon.
Right? Okay, deal.
Yeah, I'll shut that dishwasher up and that kind of thing. With this elephant cock and all of that. But here's the thing. Is that you all have a Parthenon replica there in Nashville and that kind of thing. So I could film with my 680 by 620 by 480.
One of you shut up.
Camera.
One of you shut up.
Here's the thing. This is my stream and that, and Blue Ball Brandon, that kind of thing. You gotta shut your mouth, you hoser. All right.
Jamie, Brandon said if you want to come to Nashville and meet up with him, he'll buy your plane ticket.
And the first 8
And
punches.
if you win, you can have the dishwasher, but you can have the first 8 punches.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, nobody wants that dishwasher. It's perpetually broken and that sort of thing. And here's the thing.
Tell him to send the money to my PayPal.
He says
on my
8
channel.
punches, he gets 1.
Right. So he's that confident in his fighting abilities. Is that so? Trust
Well,
me, he wouldn't get up after the. I'm gonna say the third punch. I'm pretty confident in my punch.
Well, I guess he knows for sure that he could beat up, you.
I would.
No, he could not.
The first 8 punches. But he hopes better.
Brandon is 5'2", 130 pounds.
Did Eli pay you to come here?
Did he buy his subs? That's my second question for tomorrow. Does Eli? Did you buy
That's already
your subs?
given. You know he buys them.
I subscribe to Eli.
Well, when you think about it,
course,
Eli and
he only
Brandon
got
are
like
basically
200 or something from the big.
No. Eli and Brandon are
and-
not the same.
No, they're two sides of the same coin. Like they're basically, in fact, they're practically the same. Like they're both cucks.
Yeah, but Eli has a 40-year-old single mom, and he thinks he's winning.
And Brandon's winning.
Well, at least his woman's young and thin, right?
So he says. We don't know what she looks like for real.
Oh, TFC's here, and he could tell you.
Yes, I agree. Young
And they have a sex. They have.
Oh, big fucking
And
deal.
they have-
Well, good for
They
you,
have a
dude.
sex
You
dungeon,
found a
too.
thin woman. Congratulations. They're so hard to find nowadays.
Yeah.
Coast Guard.
Oh my God, Coast Guard. Oh, let's clap again. We have to praise Brandon because he has such low self-esteem.
Jamie, no one's even talking to you.
Oh my God! Look, we gotta clap for him again. Look, he's talking, guys. He can say words.
Oh,
Till you fell in love with.
that's the funny thing.
fell
You
in
guys
love.
want to hot.
You were saying?
You said you
You
like.
hot shitty chicks, and that's the thing, But Bearded, he'll go down candy cane lane, and he'll get all of them.
Bearded.
per se.
Make
So, buddy,
your purple pill.
I'll take the whole purple pill rolled on.
Brandon said he could beat up the whole purple pill.
I'll pay for all your plane tickets here.
Oh, for God's sake.
All right,
4-on-1.
well, send it to bearded nemophilist@gmail.com. Book me a fucking ticket. Send me the fucking confirmation. I'll board a plane and I'll come down to Nash Vegas. And we'll throw the fuck down and we'll drink some bourbon while we're at it.
Brandon said you live close enough you could drive down, but you're going to get a helicopter ride back
Oh,
to
no.
the hospital.
See, I would go to Brandon, but I don't want to catch the cup
said-
while I'm there.
Medical helicopter ride. So that-
Yeah.
Well, he just said he'd buy the plane ticket. So
Yeah, but you
you're
might
going to buy the
catch
plane ticket.
You
I'll
might catch
bring
the cuck disease that he has.
that,
might be
that's
good
fine. I'm
for you,
immune.
Jamie.
I'm immune.
To be a cuck? Right.
I have a,
Maybe.
Jamie, anything except
I have a
living in
vasectomy, so I'm a-
basement will be great for you.
Nemo, this is your worst live stream ever.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And I think
already
what you need to do,
went
JP. You know what I think you need to do is to let go of a Sicily and he's blue ball free.
He's blue ball free.
yeah. Well, I can't and that kind of thing, because Sicily and we had a really good meetup today and that and all that. So, I'm kind of stuck between, a Molson and a hard place and that sort of thing. So, the Canadian thing is to just let him be, I'm true neutral and all that,
Yeah.
if you know anything about Charles F. Gray, is that I'm true neutral. I don't have a side. I don't pick any sides. I don't even pick which side of the bed smells the worst,
Mhm.
and that kind of thing. All right. Well, it's 11:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The year of our Lord, my friends, 2018. We're gonna end the stream here in 2 seconds. So we'll start with a Sicily and Blue Ball Brandon, and then Dynamite, and then Joe Buddy, then Jamie, and then me, and we'll do
No,
final
I'm just gonna
thoughts.
exit.
So
I'm just gonna
final
exit
thoughts.
If I get to hear blue ball Brandon say anything else, I'm done.
Jamie, Jamie, listen.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
big
be a
fucking
big
pussy,
fucking
Jamie?
pussy. I'm gonna be a big fucking pussy.
You're low.
I'm
T.
tired of listening to that.
You,
cuck
you
speak.
have. All right, so Sicily, keep your dishwasher, Blue Ball Brandon, keep him quiet. Sicily, you can give final thoughts, and then Joe, and then Dynamite, then Joe, then Jamie, then me. Sicily. Agree with me.
What final
Final
thoughts are there
thoughts.
to give?
It's a lot of dead air, Assistally.
He's dead.
Yeah, it's because he's the big. He's Benjamin Fenton Pierce. He's a big fucking pussy.
Oh wait, there's an ignore button on here. That's cool. Dude.
All right.
They muted me. They muted me.
All right, Assistally.
Yes.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I hope the fight goes good tomorrow. Hopefully, me and Blue Ball can join you.
No.
Agreed.
Blue Ball cannot
Dynamite?
join.
No,
There's a lot
yeah,
of ski and drink
Dynamite.
tonight, gentlemen. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it.
yeah. Blue Ball can
Alright.
just stay firmly stuck in the Matrix.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he has anything. There's no way a guy that stuck in the Matrix is going to add anything of value to what's happening tomorrow.
Mhm.
Ask me by the Matrix.
What do you mean? Brandon wants to know what you mean by the Matrix.
Oh my god, is he
Yeah.
that stupid?
He just made
Yeah,
my point
he's that
for me.
stupid.
Oh my fucking god.
Stop
Yeah,
All right,
Brandon,
we're
go
done
do some
talking.
fucking homework on the internet.
We're
And then
done
you can
talking
come
to Brandon
talk-
forever, I
Tired of
think.
this shit.
He doesn't
Tired
even
of
know
this
where the
shit.
red pill comes from.
All right,
What a
we're-
moron.
we're-
Let him
we're
agree.
moving
Fucking
on.
potato. Why'd you even fucking?
Move it.
I mean, I understand that he's a good friend, you know.
What's up,
But-
cuck?
Yeah, I understand that, you know, Asystoli's a good friend and he's fun to hang out with. But if he's going to bring his fucking blue, you know, his potato friends on who are so incredibly blue-pilled that they don't even know there's a pill, then, you know, what are they going to add to the fucking conversation?
That he loves his wife. That's about it.
That's true, but don't disparage. Don't Joe Buddy, hold on. Don't disparage potatoes. Potatoes are still good. Just call him a Brussels sprout. He's in league with the
Yeah. Brussels sprouts are disgusting, so let's keep potatoes, you know, to us.
Well, here's the thing, you know, you said you
So
were going
blue
to get
ball-
my...
blue-
Bearded, Nemo, you said you wanted my final thoughts after Asystole, right?
Yep.
Is that
it's your
right?
turn, Rabbit.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, one of the reasons that I enjoy interacting with all of you guys is because, you know, we all try to check our egos at the door, and we talk about stuff that matters. Now, we may bullshit along for a while, but a lot of good gems come out of our conversations. When you bring a guy like Brandon into the room, all he's going to do is thump his chest and freaking tell everybody he's, you know, the big man, as if he was the first person to ever be married, to ever get laid, you know. And while I respect his military service, his whole approach to the manosphere, no matter what pill you are, is just plain ignorant.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the same reason why I don't interact with Eli anymore. The guy has nothing of value to add to my fucking life. Both those guys think with nothing but their goddamn lizard brains.
Yeah.
So those are my final thoughts. Have a good fight tomorrow. I'll be listening in.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Rabbit. I appreciate you coming on, as always. Joe Buddy, your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are that you should really go hard on Eli tomorrow on his winning formula of living in a one-bedroom apartment and dating a 40-year-old single mom with 2 kids as success. I think you should just, you know, just go there and say, "Ha, you're a loser. How can you be a life coach?"
Big fucking pussy.
Yeah, and you know, Nemo, if you need some talking points, you feel free to borrow from me in the chat when I said that Eli tries to convince everybody that he's an alpha male by showing off his single mom girlfriend who has the sexual marketplace value of a Galapagos tortoise.
Oh,
Hit him with that one.
And I am behind enemy lines at the moment. Cicely and Brandon, they're trying to get on Eli's show now.
Of course they are.
Well, of course, Brandon could get on there. He's
that's
a big old cuck, so he can get on no problem.
Well, and Eli kisses his ass too. He's like, Brandon, I like Brandon. You know,
of course he does. You know, one reason why he likes Brandon is because Brandon gave me like the most shit on that one stream on Bearded stream like 2 years ago or something.
You showed Jamie.
Yeah,
That big fucking pussy.
He loves to
messes
harp
his
on that
parents.
particular stream. He loves to harp on that one.
Well, of course he does, because it's private and
Mhm.
nobody can see it but me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so is it my time to give my final thoughts, or
Yeah, are you gonna sing us a song?
It's Joe.
You like us?
It's Joe Buddy's
Joe's-
turn. Then it's your turn, Jamie.
all right? I thought he gave his thoughts, but whatever.
I gave my thoughts. Nemo's not paying attention, I guess.
No, I'm not Jose Amigo. We're caught off guard by Eli lying about everything. All right, then yes, Jamie, it's your turn. Final thoughts.
All right. Well, I guess first I want to address what Joe said earlier, because it's been on my mind since he said it. He said, "I've never really seen you get angry before." And the thing is, actually, I measure my anger because I don't want to lose my temper. So I only let it slip like in rare occasions. But I do get angry. Like that. In fact, that's one of my biggest problems is anger. So, and I think like once you lose your anger, it's kind of like you lost your cool. You kind of had like a moment of weakness. And so I think it's kind of weak to just fly off the handle about everything. If you can't argue about something logically and calmly, then, you've lost the plot. You've lost the structure of everything. And you lose in that moment. So that's why I don't try to get angry over everything. I think, when it comes to the thing tomorrow, Beard, I think you should really just beat the shit out of him and there's have no qualms about totally. I want him to feel humiliated and ashamed and just want to quit YouTube forever after this. Like I really want this to happen. Like this, you have no idea how much I'm looking forward to you just destroying him tomorrow.
Well, and Nemo?
Oh,
not to put pressure on you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie. Another thing you might mention, another thing you might ask him, if you're up for it, is to confirm whether or not his first introduction to sexuality was his school's annual running of the altar boys.
Father Marcus, he was just so gentle.
You know what I like about you, Dynamite Rabbit, is that all your digs are totally like they're so silly that they're inoffensive. Like I would never get offended by that.
Well, no, you guys. I mean, you other three guys in the room right now are probably the three people I know of, with the possible exceptions of Darren and Charles. Are examples of people who I wouldn't dig on. I mean, I
even
really,
if you said that to me, like if you meant that, I wouldn't take offense. I would say more like Eli probably got fucked by his dad in a Garfield mask as a child. Like you gotta go hard. Like he really gave it to him. That's why he's like, you guys, you're bullying me right now. You're saying all these things, and I don't like. That's because his dad picked on him as a kid and fucked him.
It's like mid-thrust. It's like mid-thrust.
Stop crying, Odie. Stop crying, Odie.
It's like mid-thrust. His dad leaned in and said, "I love lasagna and hate Mondays, son."
Like he took his dick out from his asshole and it looked like lasagna.
They called him normal on the sly.
Well, the one thing you need to, almost all conversations wind up, and it's the same thing with Brandon. You could be talking about job opportunities, and in the next breath, they're spewing all over the place about how fantastic their sex life is. So, Nemo, you just need to be prepared for that and be ready to gut him like a fish when he starts talking like he's some kind of fucking PUA stud.
Yeah, I'm going to be the referee tomorrow. This is I don't think you guys knew this, but I'm going to play referee. Basically, if the fight gets out of control in like no, you, like you're a little fucking piece of shit. You're a big fucking puss. Like if it just kind of devolves into that, I'll be like, all right, get on topic or something. I'll just
Jamie, you're gonna be busy just judging by the cuckster.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you know, he has the appearance of staying on topic, but I would say
I don't even keep your man while he's down.
Look, if I had to give you a warning about one of your weaknesses, is that when you get drunk, you get sloppy. So really keep that in mind when you're
of course.
tomorrow.
This stream is. That's why I'm limiting myself to one drink tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, Eli's standard for winning an argument has nothing to do with whether or not he delivered his points in a logical manner, or whether his opponent was able to defeat those points. Eli's standard for winning a debate is who talked the most.
And
Yeah,
who
that's
talked
right.
last? Who talked last?
Whoever got the last word, man, that's it with him.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Coach Eli said it first.
Exactly. I agree
None
with
of
all
you
you
guys
guys.
were
And
there.
now we're done with the conversation. Goodbye.
Right. Let's see. Thanks, Purple Pill guy. This is Dullard Hair. Thanks for stopping by. You know, this stream was just kind of to dig on Coach Eli for streaming tonight. So Nemo decided to take it upon himself to stream at the same time, igniting World War IV, which he won by dropping an atomic bomb on SeaWorld. Okay. But I want to talk mostly.
And then he fucked the corpse of the whale.
Right now, it's about these women. These women at SeaWorld. They're constantly coming up to Dullard Hair, and they're like, "Hey, how's little Dolly doing?" And I'm like, look, my brother Howie. Little Howie, he likes to get satiated, but you women, you're just too fat for little Dullard Hair. These women at the grocery store are all up on little Howie. I can't even walk down the perishable section. I'm looking for some refried beans and some tortillas. And, typical Korean food, because I am Korean, by the way. These women, they will not stop dropping their lime juice and their green chilies and chimichangas to show little Howie, the torpedoes they have in their sweaters, right? And that's just how it is when you're so popular and so MGTOW, like me, Dullard Hair.
So
anyway, I'd like we discussed some various topics. Nemo tried some technology and he failed because he's a big fucking pussy, and he needs a life coach to discern how do you use virtual audio cables. That's a female tactic, right? So what better than a female to explain to this loser, this big fucking pussy, right, guys? Right? Am I right? This is Howie, so you can agree. 40,000 subs. It's not like this small, 800 subscriber channel is, trying to leech off of Howard Dare's 40,000. But if anybody, mind you, MGTOW, man, wants to support the Purple Pill channel or the Bearded Hemophilist or a Sicily, who always agrees with everything the cuck says. If you donate to one of these channels,
or Joe Buddy,
or Joe Buddy, yeah, Joe Buddy, I just gave him his wrench back in my channel, that kind of thing. So Joe Buddy is good on Howard, is good on Howard Dare right now. Dullard Hair, he's good. Oh, you're welcome, Joe Buddy. It's all about helping men. But speaking of men, I want you to like, subscribe, share, and donate, because Howie needs a Slurpee machine in his house, because I'm tired of going to McDonald's and these women in the drive-thru, their ice cream machine is always broken. I'm sure you MGTOW men can sympathize and send me $18,000 based on that fact alone, right? Anyway, this is Dullard Hair. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and donate, as I do plan on producing more content for you. Good night, MGTOW. Good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. And